Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 30 Days of Yin Yoga. Today's theme will be centered around digestion and relieving bloating. Go ahead and grab 2 blocks and a bolster for practice today. We're going to begin on our knees in camel pose. So bring your knees about hips width distance and bring your hands to your sacrum. Point your fingers down to the earth. Then gently, we hinge our body back, pressing firmly into our palms. We find where we can find stillness for about 3 minutes. So, even if you can take this pose further into a full expression, maybe you take it back a step so you can find stillness without adjusting while we're here for this pose to begin with. Your head can be back, or your chin can be by your chest. Your toes can be tucked or untucked. Play around with how your body lands here in space today. Camel pose is a great pose to kind of help with digestion by really stretching tight muscles in the abdomen that can impede circulation. So allow yourself to begin to immediately reap the benefits from this pose. If they aren't already, bring your hands back to your sacrum, then slowly begin to make your way back up into a tall neutral spine. Untuck your toes and send your hips back. We find embryo pose here. Bring your arms to rest by your side, your forehead on the earth, and make yourself into a little ball. A light amount of compression that you feel on your stomach can begin to help activate digestion. So if you're feeling bloated or gassy or have stomach aches, I love to come into this pose to help begin to relieve some of that pressure that I'm feeling in my body. Gently begin to press your body back up so we make our way into Malasana, Yogi Squat. So bring your feet to the edge of your mat, your heels point in towards your bottom and your toes point out towards the side. Bring your hands to heart center and press your arms into your knees and your knees into your arms. And allow your hips to dangle in space. This pose helps stretch the stomach and lower portion of your body, so it might help to improve some intestinal function here. It can also be helpful in elimination of waste production from the body, and as a result, this pose may be beneficial for constipation. So maybe in the mornings, when that is the perfect and ideal time for you to be able to eliminate. If you're having trouble, come to find Malasana, just like this, and find that stillness, finding that release of compression from your body. We'll slowly begin to make our way into our next pose. Just dragon. Bring your blocks in front of you if you're using them, and send your left leg back behind you and scoot your right leg a little bit further up your mat. So you come to find stillness in dragon pose. And stay up on your hands or bring it down to your forearms. Allow your knee to gently go over to the right side and finding stillness here. Like I mentioned, the class today is all about digestion, bloating, helping with our digestive system. So we find stillness here in Dragon. It helps us to begin to create some pressure along the side of your abdomen, which will help us to properly access our digestive system. the press into your forearm or your palm of your left side. Begin to open your body over to the right and press gently onto your right knee with your right hand. So we find twisted dragon pose. This twisting motion is going to help you promote bowel regularity by aiding the small and large intestines in peristalsis. This is the movement that propels food and waste through your GI tract. So we love doing our little twisting poses, twisting movements. We're maybe feeling a little digestive issues. Gently release this subtle twist. Come back to a neutral spine. We'll switch sides. Send your right leg back behind you. Maybe scoot your blocks over to the right. So you step your left foot to the top corner of your mat. You find stillness here in dragon, either on your hands or on your forearms. And slowly surrendering here, allowing this gentle pressure on the other side of your abdomens. You'll come to find that gentle twist now on our left side, either on your forearm or your hand. An ever so light press of your left knee over to the left side, focusing on that deep twist into your abdomen and into your obliques. Slowly begin to make your way back into center. As we come to find your way onto our back for our next pose. And slowly send your left leg behind you. Send your blocks off to the side. And come to lay on your back as we find supine twist. Hug your right knee into your chest. We're actually going to just find this nice single leg wind relieving pose first on our right side. So hug your right knee in and find a lock of your hands, your wrists, your forearms, wherever you can come to find stillness. Getting this gentle pressure into your abdomen again, as we did while we were facing down. Now we're just on our back, creating a different sensation here. We'll take this into supine twist now by gently sending our right leg over to the left side, maintaining that firm press of both shoulder blades into the earth. So it's fine if your left knee hovers off of the earth. Please a nice gentle touch of your left hand over your right knee, just to keep it locked in place. And maybe you send your gaze over to the right side, getting another nice deep twist into your body. Begin to slowly switch sides. Bring your head back to center. And begin to roll your right hip back down onto your mat. Hug your right knee in for just a sec. Then extend your right leg long. We'll bring our left leg in towards our chest as we find that single leg wind relieving pose now on our left side. Finding a comfortable bind around our knee, getting that nice gentle pressure, continuing to breathe deeply into our abdomen and finding stillness. Gently begin to send your left leg over to the right side of the mat. We come to find supine twist now on our left side, remaining with your shoulder blades into the earth. And take your gaze over to the left, finding whatever iteration you would like for your hands, just allowing yourself to get deep into this twist. Slowly bring your head back to center, find a neutral spine. Roll your left hip down, give your left knee a nice little hug. Then send your left leg down, bend your right knee in. Go ahead and recruit your blocks. We're going to find extended bridge. Press firmly into your feet, lift your hips. Bring 1 or 2 blocks underneath your sacrum, finding that nice gentle tilt of your pelvis so there's no pressure in your lower back. Then extend your legs long out in front of you, and extend your arms long back behind you for extended bridge pose. There's a laundry list of benefits that we can gain from bridge pose, but in the realms of digestion, it helps stretch the abdominal muscles and brings the organs into better alignment. So it's a great way to kind of counteract all that pressure we've been putting on our body to help. Now we find that open and expansion, kind of like we did at the beginning in camel pose. Slowly bring your legs and arms back in towards your body so you can press into your feet. Lift your hips and send your blocks off to the side. We're going to come to find our last pose today, which is going to be another fetal position. So go ahead and roll over onto your side and come onto your knees. Bring your legs together, untuck your toes, and bring your hands into fists and place them at your abdomen. And then lean over your body so your fists are right in between your hip bones. You can kind of find a nice comfortable place for your arms and hands to rest. We're just putting a little extra pressure here on our abdomen. Maybe move your hands around a little bit and just give yourself a nice little abdominal massage here as we come to find stillness in this final pose today. This is where I will leave you. Feel free to stay here or take a shavasana and stay as long as time allows or as long as you would like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.